if we say that everything behind this universe is energy, so can that energy exist by itself?
We don't know that. I don't know.
No, by the nature of the energy, can it exist by itself?
What do you mean exist by itself?
I mean SAT. Does it have SAT, self-existence?
Well, we don't know because
No. You can observe the nature of the energy, and that's how we derive the things, isn't it? Come on, man. Like, what's the definition of energy itself?
we can't know if the energy self-created.
No, I'm not talking about the self-creation. What I'm saying, existence of the energy.
Yeah.
Can energy exist by itself? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, just by itself, nothing
Yes.
else.
Yeah, nothing else. No, it cannot. Because the energy itself is dependent on other things in order to be in existence form, right?
Yeah.
Eh? So what we are saying that if you say that the first thing was energy, then it has to be possessed by something else.
Okay, but it could be. Well, think of like light. Let's take the example of light. Light is a wave. It's in a way it's energy, and it's related to its frequency and so on. E equals hs.
Light contains of energy, okay? That's fine.
Pardon?
Light contains the energy. That's fine. Okay.
Can and light will travel? Can it exist in vacuum?
There is a possibility.
So energy can exist in vacuum.
No.
Well, you said it does exist. It can exist in vacuum.
So when you say the energy, when you talk about the light, yes, if the light consists of energy, yeah, if the light consists of energy, then what energy consists of?
What do you mean?
So if the energy is dependent in order to exist by, in order for his own existence, then energy cannot exist by itself.
Didn't we say light can exist?
No, in other words, if energy is dependent, then it cannot be independent.
Oh, so you're taking the principle of dependence. You're saying that it's a dependent thing.
Is energy dependent or independent?
It's. We don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
No, because from the very definition of energy, you can see this: the energy cannot exist by itself. Therefore, it's dependent.
No, but is this idea of can it exist? I've never seen energy existing on its own, but that doesn't mean it can't exist.
No. What I'm saying, if the definition of energy is ability to do the work, then energy is not itself existing. It's someone's ability or something's ability or some entity's ability to do the work. That's called the energy.
But that's one of the definitions of energy.
What other definitions you have?
Well, I mean,
You don't have any other definition of energy? Yeah, check all the books.
Of energy.
Yeah.
But as I said, energy could exist in vacuum, can't it?
No.
It can't.
No.
But if you say light is energy, why does it exist in vacuum?
How come light is energy? So, can you find any other example of energy? Sorry, any other definition of energy where it says that energy is not the ability to do the work?
I'm not a physicist, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I study those things, and I'm saying that the energy has to be possessed.
Okay, fine. Let's accept your principle.
Not let's accept.
You're more qualified if you study physics, then you are more qualified to talk about this. So, for the sake of the argument, I'm going to accept that.
Yeah.
So how does this correlate to God?
Yeah, because I am not relating when the people says the energy and all of those stuffs. Then okay, that's fine. So what we are saying, if the energy cannot exist by itself, then at first place it has to be possessed by something, some being, some entity or something, right?
Okay, yeah.
So far, okay. So if the universe was not in an existence form, and it came to an existence form, if you say there is a energy behind this universe, then the question will be, if there is a movement, if there is a creation from non-creation, yeah,
Okay.
then the question will be, does energy have capacity to move the things by itself?
It wouldn't, but I never said that the universe came from an energy.
Yeah, so that was the discussion I had with that guard. So because you asked about why I'm bringing this energy, so that's the reason I'm just explaining.
Oh, okay.
All right. So yeah, let's talk about yourself. Like, what do you believe? Yeah, whether you believe in God or you have the different ideologies or. Okay. So are you atheist, agnostic? How do you?
I'll probably stand on the agnostic side.
Agnostic. Okay. Okay. So how do you see the life of the universe, or where the? Obviously, we do agree on this. This universe does have a starting, isn't it?
Did it ever start?
Yeah.
Well, we can go as far back as the Big Bang. I have no idea what happened before the Big Bang.
Yeah, because what do you think? According to the scientists, the universe does have a starting. It's something 13.8 billion years ago.
Big Bang explains the 14.8.
According to
it explains the expansion of space and time, but not quite the creation. I have no idea what happened before the Big Bang. I feel like the question of what happened before is a bit of a nonsensical question.
Why? It's a natural question.
At that time.
It's a natural question.
So what happened before time? I don't know.
Okay, so it's a natural question. It's not a nonsensical question. It's a.
No, it's just in the sense that what happened before time.
Okay. What is time?
It's like what happened before
Then
time.
what is time? Define time.
I can't give you a definition right now. I'll have to check.
Isn't the difference between the change?
Pardon?
Difference between change of an entity.
Is that definition of time?
Yes, there is.
Okay, fine.
Difference between the incident. That's called time.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So the time is sometimes, if we use our time, then it seems to say, okay, it's before the time or it's after the time. For example, when we say v equal to s by t, the velocity, yeah?
Yes.
Velocity equal to s by t, the distance it goes by time.
Yes.
So say for example, it goes for an entity or yourself, right? Staying here
Yeah.
for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You didn't move anywhere, right? You didn't move anywhere for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
What's your velocity? Zero. If we input this velocity 0 and the movement is 0 as well, what will be the time?
Well, the velocity is distance over time, so time will be distance over. So 0 divided by 0.
Yeah? How much?
Doesn't make sense.
Exactly. So even in this world, sometimes we get the time which is unreal. It's not realistic.
Yeah.
If you put velocity 0 and the distance is 0, then you are getting time 0, but time is not 0. You are for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you get the point? So when we say that before the time, what we actually mean? Do you actually mean that without movement there is no time? According to our mind, yes, there is no time. According to the equation, you find there is no time, but in reality you have the time.
No, but that's one way to express.
No.
That's just one way.
Yeah, in any way you put the time, yes, and you put the other element which is related with the time and make them 0, other element you get the time 0, but time exists still in reality, even in reality. So what we are saying, before the Big Bang, right? What's the probability you have on your mind, or is it possible to have this universe eternal?
Is it possible for the universe to be eternal? Well, anything is possible, but is it probable for the universe to be eternal?
What do you think?
I don't know how long the universe stayed in that state before the Big Bang. I have no idea.
So you think
the singularity?
You think universe exists before the Big Bang?
Well, it must have been as a singularity, obviously, by definition, the expanded Big Bang explains it.
No, it's come from the single point, isn't it?
Yes.
It started from the single point.
We have no idea how long it existed.
Okay. Can this singularity be eternal?
It could.
How?
Well, because we have no idea. We have no idea for it not to.
What
we
does?
have no idea if it was or if it wasn't.
What does?
So it could have been. It could have been non-internal. It could have just stayed for that point for like a second.
It goes.
It could have.
It goes against the physical law because.
But physics wasn't a thing before Big Bang because the laws of nature weren't a thing before Big Bang.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's talk about the laws of nature because laws of nature is within the universe and it follows the universal rule, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. So, according to the thermodynamics,
Yeah.
can universal entropy be negative?
Can entropy be negative?
Yeah.
Entropy is a measure of disorder.
Yes.
And can it be more ordered? Is that what you?
No. Can it be negative?
No, it can't.
It can't. Why?
Because it doesn't allow it. I don't think you can have a negative entropy.
Why we can't? What's the reason?
I have no idea.
Okay, good. So if you look at the third law of thermodynamics, what it's saying is this: the universal entropy is increasing, maybe 25 degrees now. Yeah, it does increase. And if the universal entropy is increasing forward, if we go backward,
You can get to zero, but you can't get.
if we go backward, it cannot be zero even.
No.
If we go backward, then if the universal existence, if the existence of the universe or the till even the first point, if that one is eternal, then we should get the negative entropy. Because if the laws of the entropy is increasing, then it should increase from.
But that means if it follows the laws of nature up to that point, and then before that point. But we're saying the laws of nature could have been different before the singularity point, or before the Big Bang, when the singularity was a thing.
No. According to the thermodynamics, it will follow all the time. It will follow all the time, and it cannot be in any point where the entropy is negative. So if there is a possibility of negativity, then we could say maybe there is a time before the Big Bang or before the starting point of the universe where universe did exist. If there is a probability of negative entropy, because it is impossible if it's.
But doesn't the definition of entropy has time in its equation?
Yeah. So
but time started at the time expanded at Big Bang.
So then oh, excellent point. If the entropy depends on the time, so universe depends on the time as well. Because the universe comes with the entropy.
But that's what I'm saying. So we can't use current laws to claim what happened before. And I am agnostic.
No, what I am saying, according to the current laws, universe cannot be eternal. From that point of.
According to the current laws, yes, but we have no idea if the same laws apply.
Then we can be skeptical of everything.
So that's what I'm saying.
Do you understand?
So you can't claim.
No. We can be skeptical of everything that.
But you're making a claim to say it couldn't have. I'm saying anything.
It couldn't,
is possible.
according to the laws.
Anything is possible.
No, it couldn't have. Can it be possible that we are monkey?
That we are monkey?
Yeah, no?
Well, no.
Why not?
Because we are Homo sapiens.
Okay, good. How about, what's your confirmation that we will not be monkey in 2 days?
I can't know that.
Sorry?
I don't know that.
Why?
I don't know what would happen in 2 days.
Excellent. So can you be monkey in 2 days?
I'm putting my money on it to say no. I wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
But anything could happen.
Because you can understand the reality. Yeah.
I could wake up tomorrow and find
You are a monkey.
£1 billion, or I could wake up tomorrow and find I'm a monkey. But I don't think it's possible.
Excellent point. Because you know
It's not probable. Sorry, it's not probable.
Okay. It's not possible. Neither is probable.
It's not probable.
Is it possible?
Anything could be possible.
Is it possible that you will be monkey tomorrow?
Anything is possible.
How?
Anything is possible.
What's the possibility?
No, but possibility and anything could be.
What's the possibility?
What's the probabilities? Super low.
What's the possibility?
Extremely low.
What's the possibility?
Well, I mean, I could wake up tomorrow and find that I've been dreaming this world and I was
Okay.
all along.
Okay,
So that's one possibility. Although it's very improbable, there is a possibility.
Okay, good. So let's go to the third law again. If the universal entropy cannot be minus, cannot be negative, then the conclusion is we can derive from here that universe cannot be in an existence form before the Big Bang or in an eternal time.
Okay, but
Or you could say it's not universe, it's something else. That's a different case.
it could be
That's
something
different
else,
case.
yeah.
Yes, that's
so
different
that's
case.
what I mean. It's like before the singularity point, we have no idea. We
Okay.
have no idea.
Okay, excellent.
Literally.
So, okay,
Before
good.
Big Bang, I have no idea.
Okay, no problem. So what are the probability you think?
What are the
Probability.
of what?
Where does it come from?
The Big Bang?
Yeah?
I have no idea.
What are the probability?
How can you derive probabilities from something that?
That's how you derive in the science.
No.
That's how you derive in the science.
Okay, what
How does science work?
what do you think the probability?
No, one second. How do you examine the science? How you observe the scientific field and scientific innovation?
You observe
And we derive
and
probability.
you derive.
Excellent, yes. So there's a scientific method I'm using here.
Yeah.
So what are the probabilities?
I don't know.
So one of the probabilities, it came from nothing.
One of the possibilities, yeah, it did, yeah. Another possibility could be what we call. It could have been born from another universe dying.
It's a mother universe. There's a
Yeah.
mother universe. There's multiple
it
universe.
was there
But
many- yeah.
what is the original source? Can it one thing is
But
can it come from
that's the
nothing?
same question for God.
Yeah, we're coming. We're going there.
That's the same question for God, literally.
We are going there. No problem. We are going there. So can it come from nothing?
The universe.
Yeah.
Nothing is a weird concept.
Okay.
What is nothing? I don't think we've ever seen nothing.
What is nothing according to you?
Have we ever observed nothing in this world?
What is nothing according to you?
The absence of everything,
Okay, excellent.
including light, energy,
Yes,
including
yes,
energy,
yes.
matter, literally absence of everything.
I agree. Can universe come from nothing?
I have no idea.
How?
Because we've never observed nothing.
No. You just said that
But
nothing
you
means
say you're a
absence of.
scientific person, and if we want to make a claim about nothing, we would have to have an observation or derive the equations for it.
Yeah.
Since it's nothing, you can't derive equations for it. It's nothing,
Okay.
and we've never observed nothing. If you listen to lectures by Lawrence Krauss,
Okay.
he would explain why nothing.
But Lawrence Krauss.
exists.
But Lawrence
He's a
himself,
physicist.
Lawrence himself is a physicist, and if you look into Universe from Nothing, he has a book, right? He has a book. So in this book, he defines nothing as something. He didn't say his nothing is something because he gave the layer of nothingness, right?
Yeah.
And in philosophy and in the science, you have the 9th layer of nothingness, and Lawrence's nothing goes to 4th layer, the 4th level of nothingness. It doesn't go to 9th. The last, sorry, I have sinusitis in
Yeah,
the.
but I'm saying it's
Yeah.
never been observed as one.
What I'm saying, if the nothing means absence of anything, what is a thing?
Something. I don't know.
What is the thing?
You are making claims in definitions. So you've obviously.
No. What I'm saying, we need to understand the wording. What we are.
Okay,
What
what's your
we are.
definition of thing?
Possibility.
Possibility.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Things means possibility.
Things are possibility. Okay.
Things means possibility.
Okay.
Like whatever the when you say a thing, it
Yeah.
means the possible.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
way. When you say nothing, it's impossibility, right?
Impossible. Fine.
Impossibility. So if nothing doesn't have any particle, when we say the nothing, we are not saying the nothing of Lawrence because his nothing still contains of, vacuum. You can say some energy and some of the
Yeah.
some atom and other things. But
Yeah.
we're not talking about the nothingness because, for example, if I give you a surprise box, right,
Yeah.
and you open it up and see nothing, and you call me, oh Naz, it's nothing inside.
Cool,
He
there's
said,
air
yeah,
inside.
there's air inside.
Yeah.
Excellent, yeah. So, but it still is a one kind of nothingness, which is empty, right? Emptiness. We call it nothing, but obviously it's not nothing.
Because it's full
Yeah.
of air. There's
Maybe some other atoms,
there's
another.
all sorts.
Yeah. So Lawrence is talking about one kind of nothingness. It's not nothing. He's talking about the fourth level of nothingness, right?
Okay.
What we are talking about, the last level of nothingness, where you cannot find any atoms, you cannot find any neutron, electron, proton, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Any possibility. We are talking about the out of the possibility, outside of the possibility.
Yeah.
Can this nothing bring about the universe?
I don't know. Because I've never observed such nothing.
What I'm saying, this nothing, even hypothetically, this nothing doesn't contain anything at all.
Logically,
Impossibility.
Logically, you'd say no.
Okay.
Logically.
Okay.
But because it's something that
If you say this,
my brain
if you say,
can't
okay,
comprehend,
if you say that nothing contains of something, then it's not nothing.
it's not nothing. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
But my brain can't comprehend that, so
Which part of your brain can't comprehend?
just nothingness.
Are you not? Can you not comprehend absence of everything?
I've never seen it, so I've never observed it, and I can't. It's difficult to imagine.
I think.
But fine, let's.
I think we never observed it in fourth level of nothingness. You or me, because I think you didn't
observed
work.
that either, yeah.
Excellent, yeah.
Yeah,
But you
okay,
didn't
fine.
observe. You didn't observe your human cell.
No, I can see it under a microscope.
Did you see it so far?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I've got a microscope.
Did you? Okay, excellent. Did you see your kidneys? Did you see your nephron?
I've seen it in school, yes.
Nephron,
Not my own, but I've seen nephron.
your own. Did you see it?
Not my own.
Why do you believe you have?
Why do I believe I have a nephron?
Yeah.
Because I have a kidney.
Okay. Why do you believe your kidney does have nephron?
Because it filters, it secretes.
It can be something else. How do you know that?
Okay, this is. We've observed enough nephrons.
And
to
from
say-
this experience, you derive you have a nephron as well.
I mean, I can always, if I'm really curious, I can always just
You can go,
take my kidney out and
Yeah,
dissect
excellent,
it.
no
Of course
problem.
I can.
Yeah, no problem, no
Of
problem.
course I can, but it's because every human being that's ever died, and well, every
Sorry, can you
human
come
being
this way? Sorry, if you don't mind, can you come this way? So, yeah.
that every human being, I just want to say,
Yeah, no, that's fine, that's
that
fine.
every human being we've ever dissected their kidney has had an nephron, therefore I can derive it.
Okay, so hypothetically, can this nothing create the universe?
Probably not.
No, okay. Can the universe create by itself?
You can say no. Yeah, you can say no.
Okay. So, if universe cannot come from nothing, and if the universe cannot create itself, what are the other probable things?
It was created by something,
Okay. So, how do you define this something?
not God.
Okay, no problem. That's fine. That's the reason I didn't say God. I'm saying, how do you define this something?
Something that exists outside the universe.
Excellent.
Something that can. Yes, I get that. That would be the definition of God. I see what you're saying, but
Come on, man.
We have no idea what came before the universe.
Okay, that's the
It could be
reason.
another universe.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
it could be another universe
Which
that
has
didn't
another universe.
No, they didn't abide by the laws of current nature. So that universe could create itself. It could.
Okay.
Because we have no idea
Okay,
what
okay,
came
one
before
second.
it.
That's fine, that's fine. My question will be, where did that universe come from?
Well, I can't know that.
Yeah, so
Because it
so
doesn't abide the laws
it's-
of nature.
yeah, it always goes to a
It has
question.
different laws.
It all the times it always goes to the question to the origin.
He's right.
Because then I can say if something created,
He's right.
I can say
He's right.
he's right.
Yeah.
About what?
About what he's talking about. You're right. You're right. Alhamdulillah. Shake my hand. Shake
What
my
I'm
hand.
saying,
Oh, probably we are having a discussion.
Allahu Akbar.
what I'm
Yeah, all right,
saying is,
Sorry.
what I'm saying is, what was my train of
If it's
Oh yes, so you said one of the possibilities or the most probable thing is the universe was created by something.
okay,
But then I'll say, well, where did that something come from?
okay, that's fine. Good,
The
good
same
question.
thing when
Yeah, good
when I
question.
make the
Yeah,
claim
good.
it came from another universe.
Yeah, good
you
question.
Said, where did that come from?
Good question.
Where
Very
did
good.
that something?
Okay, very good question. So, let's say if that universe come from something and that come from something, right? That's your question, right? Where does that come from?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I say that come from a entity called A, then the next question will be where did that A come from? This entity.
Yeah, you could go
It,
forever.
it
You could go
exactly.
forever.
So if we go that way, it's called the infinite regress.
It is an infinite
Yeah.
regress, yeah.
If we go to the infinite regress, then we cannot get the universe at first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, I have this card.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I want to give this card to you.
Yeah.
I have between you and me, there is an infinite number of people.
Yeah.
Can I give this card to you?
Logically, no, because there's an infinite number of people between us. Technically, if you pass your way, you pass it from one person to another,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
another,
yeah.
to another, to another.
It has to be go through the chain.
Logically, no. But-
Rationally, in any way, is it possible?
Well, it's a weird. Infinity is a weird thing because it could go on forever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
So
Is it possible to reach to your place?
I don't think so. Logically.
Yeah. Rationally, in any way, shape, or form, it cannot go because
can't,
because
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 it's an
the,
infinite
yes, the line is not
And you can
ending.
always add.
Yeah, line is not ending.
Yeah.
So it cannot reach you. So if we say this universe come from that entity, then where does that entity come from? Where does that entity come from? For example, this card reached you, yeah, at certain points.
Yeah.
For example, what does it prove?
There wasn't an infinite amount of people. It must have been finite number. Of
Finite. There has an ending of this line, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, universe exists. It proves that that line we are talking about, maybe where does that God come from? Where did that person come from? Where did that entity come from? It ends in a certain point.
Yes.
Yeah?
And you call that certain point God?
No,
No.
no. So we are not talking just that from that to that, that to that. We are not talking like that. What we are saying, to bring about this universe or to maintain the laws, to bring about the laws, it's not just an entity. It needs to have will in order to bring something from non-existence to existence. Sorry, I'm a bit sick, so
It's never will.
yeah, it does need to have the will. So imagine that
Well, it doesn't.
if you receive the card, is there any will involved?
Yes.
Because the card was not with you.
No. But someone you sent it. You had a
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So if we both agreed this universe was not in an existence form before the Big Bang, it came to an existence form. So which is in one way that you didn't have the money, you get the money, right?
Yeah.
or something was not created, then it come to an existence form. It has a starting, right?
Yeah.
So if that entity or that things have a starting,
Yeah.
before its starting, it was not in an existence form. So the movement, the transition between non-existence to existence, it requires will.
Okay.
Yeah? And not only will, you have to have the power to do the transition.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
And you have to have the design or intelligence to do all the things, to do the transition in a certain way that it exists, not breaking those things, not breaking the laws and all the things, right?
Right.
So what we are saying, this entity, this is the final entity who does have free will and have power and have the choice and have intelligence.
Yeah.
We are saying that's God. And when we talk about the God, concept of God, that's the reason, like Christianity and Islam, it has different ideas of concept of God.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm agnostic about this.
Yeah.
That could be a thing. That could be possible.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah, no,
I'm saying it
that's-
could be.
Yeah.
But you take in terms of when we're talking about Abrahamic religion, they take God a bit further than
Sorry.
this entity that created the world, don't they?
How?
They take it a bit further than that.
For example?
They say this entity is in constant observance of its creation.
Okay.
And this entity dictates what its creation should do.
Okay.
So it's a bit further than just
Okay, I'm coming to
You
this
made
point
the
as well. No problem.
universe.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. So, if that entity who created this universe, if we so far agree on this, that's okay. That entity is creating the universe.
well,
right?
I'm saying it is a possibility.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's the only way, but I'm saying it's a possibility.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, if I again.
Yeah, that's
Okay, no problem. Yeah, that's fine. So, if that entity, if we say this possible, that entity does have the power, does have the will, does have the knowledge, and does have the design, yeah, to do this. So, what our Abrahamic belief is saying that if that being has knowledge over these things, this universe, this creation, and other things, then he could be the best entity to provide the guidance for the creation,
okay.
for the human being.
Yeah.
And the whole point of revelation is this, that God reveals his guidance to the human being through the prophets.
Right.
That this is the way you should live your life. Because, for example, if I give you a law, for example, any kind of law I am giving to you. So imagine you are a white Englishman, you went to Nigeria, gave them a law. Tell me, why should they accept it?
Wait, if I'm a white Englishman went to Nigeria,
Nigeria and give them a law, for example, any kind of law for the land, why should they accept it? Are you not biased of your ethnicity? Are you not biased of your, for example,
They-
language and the people?
They shouldn't.
Okay, excellent. So similarly, if a Asian man came here,
Well, I mean, the British did that anyway, so...
yeah, for their colony, isn't it?
Yeah, so
It's-
they did accept it, but that's...
they didn't.
that's a
They
diff-
killed.
that's
They,
a
they
different
killed. They
question. That's a
massacred. They
different
slaughtered.
question. That's
They
a
slaughtered.
different-
Yeah, we
that's
can
a
we can go
different-
to that
that's a
tangent. I don't want to go there.
different conversation. That's
So
a
they
different
killed. They
conversation.
killed. They didn't accept. British killed them, slaughtered them, and made them to accept. Right. So the point will be, if the human made a law for another human being, that will be some kind of bias. If a Nigerian man made a law, it will be biased in many ways, shape or form for other people. If I made a law, I will be biased because I will have, I'm a human being. I have the nature of biasness.
Okay.
And maybe this law will fit with me, but not with you.
But why does God need us to follow that law?
Okay, God doesn't need anything. The laws in Islam, in particular, it's given for us, for our benefit. For example, look at the words forbidden in Islam: pork, drugs. Imagine the amount of crime this country have.
We're going to make a move, and it's time for Maghrib. I don't know how long you're going to be.
Yeah, I'll finish soon, inshallah.
What's wrong with pork? I mean, I get it. How historically it could, if it's not cooked properly, it's infested with parasites.
Yeah,
and all
there's many papers about the pork, like how it increased the even now how it increased the possibility of cancer and other
so
diseases.
does red meat.
So
So does salt. So does also.
in particular.
Even like artificial sweeteners can do that. So
In particular of pork, I can go to that discussion, but I'm just
a lot
trying.
of other foods
Yeah.
can do that. So you can't claim that God
No,
can do.
I'm going one to one by one. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take drug.
No, pork. Why just pork? Why not something else?
Because even meat will be forbidden. Do you know that? The meat of cow meat will be forbidden for Muslim if the cow is not slaughtered in an Islamic way.
Yeah, I know. It needs to be halal. It needs to be slaughtered in halal way.
Yeah.
Which is it needs to bleed and said like the holy prayer.
Yeah. So the rules is not for the like Allah will not have any. Allah will not increase in His highness if we worship this way or if we follow this way. It's not that. It's for us. Look, Islam forbid drugs, and you see this the damage drugs is having in this society, in particular, in West, in everywhere. How many families have been broken for drugs? Even last night I was having some research about the drugs which has been affected some of the yeah. So gambling, Islam forbids gambling.
That's fine.
So how say the gambling is affecting the families and the people's life? Yeah?
That's fine.
Adultery, fornication, bribes, all of those things, this everything Islam forbids.
But it doesn't just forbid fornication. Islam forbids intercourse outside of marriage.
Yes, it forbids.
Outside of Islamic marriage.
Yeah?
How does that damage society?
Okay, excellent. So because we have the physical relationship outside of marriage, as a conclusion we are getting babies in the bathroom. We are getting babies without the father. So imagine.
No, that's because we're not educating youngsters
No,
well enough on the use
that's
of
the human nature.
contraception.
That's the human
On
nature.
the use of contraception.
One second. That's the human nature that when they get something for free, they will use it and they will throw. That's what happens on a maximum relation which goes outside of marriage, and sometimes they are not working out, then they throw. Yeah? That's what the scenario, that's what the present scenario.
You're saying if a marriage doesn't work, you can.
Sorry?
Why are you saying this?
Because when you having relationship outside of marriage, you are not committed.
Oh, you won't commit, right?
Yeah? So when you don't have the commitment,
Yeah.
you don't have the, attraction, the human attraction you should have to the partner. When you don't have commitment, you are not bounded by any law.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Okay, you are going. Maybe this girl is pregnant. This girl is like destroys everything for you. Maybe destroyed for your family, for
No, but I
everything.
mean, you can do the same with being married.
No, because in marriage, in Islamic concept, you are being committed and you need to pay. You need to pay a certain amount of money in order to marry. You are being committed, and it's not easy to, you are just, it's not working out and I can go to another girl, and that's not Islam works. Like when you have the access to multiple bodies, when you have access to 100 bodies without any counting, like there is no counting, I can go there having another girlfriend, having another girlfriend, so you don't have the attraction
So
to
you
your...
say, okay, so in that case, if it's in our nature, you're saying the only thing keeping a Muslim man married to a Muslim woman is religion, not the attraction they have between each other.
Yeah, it
Is that
does
what
have
you're saying?
it does have attraction.
Yeah, but you have a lot of old couples that are not Muslim and they've been married forever.
Yeah.
For a long
We're talking about the
time.
marriage, married and not married.
Oh, okay.
We're not talking about the Islamic marriage and non-Islamic marriage. We're talking about the point of marriage, why Islam forbids it. Because when you have the sexual relation outside of marriage, you are not committed. You don't have boundary. You can go to 100 girls.
And what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? Because the girls is not secured. The girls, you are having a relation...
You're going to join us or you're not?
Inshallah, I'll join. Yes. So, okay, so I need to wrap up now. All right, yeah. So, in a nutshell, so what I'm trying to say that every single laws in Islam, Allah provides us for our benefit, not for His own benefit. If we even doesn't follow the law, it will not harm the Creator. It will not harm God. It will harm us. Every single ways, you see the people doing fornication, adultery, and all of those stuffs.
Yeah.
It's affecting them. It's affecting their family. It's affecting their character. It's affecting their... And you know the people who does have extramarital sex, they have less attraction to their women. It's a scientific fact. They have less attraction because they have the other ways. Even before marriage, if they do it, because they will compare with other women to their women. They compare. They can make comparison, and they're not satisfied. Most of the research says the same things. This if the boys is going around with and sleeping around the women, sleeping with multiple women, they're comparing with each other, and they're having difficult family life even, because they are comparing with, oh, that girl is more interesting than this one. Then my girl is not that good like that girl. So then that's how it creates, and that's the reason the family is broken. So Islamic, all the points or all the forbidden things in Islam is for us, for our benefit, not the God's benefit, whether we accept it or not. Maybe we are not following it, but it's for our benefit. All of the things Islam says is for our benefit. It's the benefit of the human being. It's the benefit of a Muslim, even if we find many non-Muslim who are still following those things.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't like the taste of pork, so I don't eat pork. But that doesn't mean just because I try a slice of pork, I'm going to.
Oh, if there's a different place when you take the slice of the pork. So if there is a situation
if I
that
have bacon or I do eat bacon.
Yeah, so I
just don't like the taste of fat.
Yeah, that's different thing. So, anyways, I can send you some of the research about the pork if you want. But I need to go for today now.
I have researched enough about Islam, and I didn't agree with a lot of the stuff.
Okay. Have you read the Quran?
Yeah.
Full of it?
In English. Yeah.
Full of it?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. How did you find?
It's just a book.
Okay.
I didn't have any. Just like reading any other book.
Yeah. So we discussed so far about the concept of God. Look into it, and if you are available for next week, we may have a discussion again, because my team is calling me for several times to go.
Anyways, it was lovely.
Yeah. Take care of yourself, brother. Yeah.
But we'd have to agree to disagree.
Disagree, no problem, no problem.
Scenario.
But think about it. The discussion we had about the God, about the possibility, about the probability, about the energy. Yes. Look into all of those stuffs and.
I'm not saying it can't be. It could be. I have no idea. It could be.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed
and
to it.
sometimes we need to come out of skepticism.
Yeah, of course.
Because we can't be skeptic on every single thing. When you cross the road, we can't be skeptic. Oh, the car is not hitting me, so go to the car. We don't do this because we know it didn't hit, but it will hit if I go there. We know this. We don't jump from the building, though we never experience that. Okay, I'll die. But we still believe that I will die if I jump from the building. So we need to come out of the skepticism and accept the truth when it becomes clear. Obviously, maybe it's not convincing so far to you, read more. If it's convincing, inshallah, accept it. Inshallah.
I
brother.
just
Yeah.
have way too many.
Yeah. Take care of
Anyways,
yourself.
have a lovely
Yeah.
day.
Take care. Bye. Alhamdulillah, we had a nice discussion with this brother about the concept of God, and we tried to discuss Islamic point of view, what we believe about God, and why we believe Islamic concept of God is logical, rational, and why we worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah guide him, may Allah forgive our sins. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.